Hey there. Welcome to the New You Life Pulse podcast, where members go to get a pulse on the heartbeat of our incredible community. New You Life is the hormone health company developing transformative products that challenge the way you age. The Pulse features rising stars, leaders in the field, and insights from our leaders at headquarters. Each Pulse podcast is designed to help you become the best version of yourself by keeping you dialed in, inspired, and motivated. Are you ready to be the best you? Now, let's listen to the Pulse of New You Life.
Hi, welcome to the Pulse of New You Life. I'm Katherine Garfield, and I'm here with Dr. Batcheller, and I'm so excited that we're going to be talking about 3 of our newest products. You ready? How are you doing, Dr. Batcheller?
Oh, delighted to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Share a little bit, because I'm sure they might know a little bit about you, but you're part of our SAB, our Scientific Advisory Board. But share a little bit just about you and like what you do.
I'm Dr. Giselle Batcheller, and I have a practice called Wellness and Aesthetics in Park City, Utah. And everything that I do in my practice is regenerative medicine and aesthetics. So everything from a wellness-based approach. And I love what I do, and I love working with New You Life.
Amazing, amazing. So let's dive into this first one, our lift, okay? Dr. Batcheller, can you share some initial thoughts on these 3 newest products that we have coming out?
Personal care is amazing, and there's a lot of demand for this, both for women and for men. And these new products are very thoughtfully formulated, keeping in mind some of the great needs and demands that there are for personal care.
Amazing. So let's talk about this lift, because this one is hyped up. Super excited about this. I love this one. It does exactly what it says, lift. So I have some questions for you. So if we can dive into that and we can just kind of share a little bit, give these guys some in-depth just information on what this excitement is about. Ready? Okay.
Sounds good.
So what are the potential impacts of this industry that we have with these products? How does it help not only just, our people that are using, our customers, but the potential of getting new customers with this lift? After you've tried it, you've seen it.
So everyone wants to look good. Everyone wants to feel good. Everyone wants to approach these things from a thoughtful way, right? If at all possible. And doing things on a regular basis, having access to these things at home is huge. I will say, with relation to the lift, that's one of the things that would be pretty comparable to some of the procedures that I do in office, where I'm building collagen, for example, in vectors to give lift over time. Nevertheless, I'm working with the body to build collagen over 3 to 6 months. And some of what I'm seeing with this product is a much quicker turnaround. And so that is just a beautiful thing, whether or not you're seeking out professional care to create a lift. Having something at home is something that is really beautiful.
Yeah. So it's funny that you say like the immediate results that people are seeing. For me, I can put it on and I just, I shared with you just the different ways I put it on, how I lift up my eye a little bit and get it under my, eyes, kind of do almost like a tightening this way as I'm letting it dry. You do see the immediate results. And I think that is huge for this industry and outside of our industry that we're in here at New You Life. So with that, how do you see this aligning with the current trends? With immediate results, everyone wants immediate results. So how do you see that aligning as a big plus for us?
Oh, well, just like what you say, everyone loves an immediate result, right? And just the accessibility of it is amazing. There's no tint to this. And all of us, men and women, over time, as we're aging, we're losing collagen. Gravity is working against what our ideal aesthetic is. So this is a beautiful way to look and feel your best by building collagen. And like I say, that there's a demand for it, and there has been, and it's only growing. The aesthetics industry is only growing over time.
So this also has the hyaluronic acid in it. And I know just from someone that's usually a product, rat. I always go to all these product stores to, buy new things and try it. That a lot of stuff has the, products that have it in it is really good for you. So this has it in it. So how does this even help with, fine lines and all that? I say that I hear this saying, if you're not using it, then you're missing out, right? And so people are always looking for that. So how does that even really help and play a role in this as well?
So hyaluronic acid is one of a few products that I have been recommending for years. It's amazing for helping keep the skin hydrated. It absorbs many times its own weight in water, which is beautiful for plumping and just for being healthy tissue. So that is actually one of the very first things when I moved from the East Coast to a more dry climate, Utah, years ago, that I began using to keep my skin hydrated in a change of climate. Nevertheless, in any climate and any age, it's beneficial to keep your skin well hydrated. We want to keep moisture in our skin.
That's why it's always helping with the depuff, right? The depuffiness of the skin, or that was helping with that. And like the fine lines, it's just like getting rid of the almost the swollenness of the puff and just like making it more vibrant and glowing because of the hyaluronic acid in it.
Well, the way that I would describe it would be something that would address sort of more of those fine lines and those kinds of things. And having hydration in the area is just a more beautiful.
Yeah, the glow, it comes out, right?
Yeah.
Amazing. So what stands out? So with this Untypical Lift, making it stand out into the crowd, how would you add this into your clinic? Make this stand out? How would you promote this? How would you share this to your clients?
So the lift, I really love. Like I say, a lot of people come to me for wellness things and aesthetics things. And as we're talking about aesthetics goals, a lot of what people are wanting is a lift. They're wanting to address what has happened over time with the loss of collagen. So using this in conjunction with the procedures that I offer is beautiful because, like I say, it takes a few months for the body to build the collagen. I'll be signaling the cells with my technologies and my treatments, but seeing something immediate is always a welcome thing. So, and again, like I say, for men and for women, it's just a beautiful thing to look your best and feel your best. And having that lift in the face is great.
I actually did a test before we move on to the next one. I did a test where I just kind of lifted my whole face on this side, and I just put it not just onto my eyes. I actually did it like under my chin. I did it like along the cheekbone up this way, and I like held it up and I just used the fan on it and blew it, and I saw that lift, almost like that cat eye lift that all the girls want. And I was like, wow, this is a major, major thing we have here. As far as like adding it into a daily routine, I mean, you can put this on because this helps, over time as well, right? With the fine lines, as you were saying, with some of the ingredients in it, it helps with the fine lines. So you can put it on in the morning. I put mine on after I get out of the shower. If I don't take a shower, I still put it on after I exfoliate. And then I put it on before my makeup. And then I put a little bit more just under the eyes, because you don't want to apply too much or it creates a white film. So you put that on before the makeup if you're going to put more on, so that white film is covered with the makeup. And then I put more on under my eye. And I noticed that it like just lasts longer throughout the day. So that's right there is like a routine like that women can get a hold of. Men too, but women just love this. Women just love having that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I love how you've been creative with adding that and layering it.
Because I want all of that, but I don't want the white film. So by adding it on before, not only does it create like a beautiful space for me to work with, like a canvas, I feel like I just got like a nice lift before I put my makeup on, and it's so nice. It gives you more confidence too before you go put that. And then you know where to contour and you know how to do all that. So well, awesome. Okay, so let's take a shift here. Okay, we're going to move over a little bit to our Untypical Hydrate, our beautiful hydration. I love this product as well. I just been starting to use it right after my shower, and as I mentioned to you, I used to have like really kind of ashy skin where I just always had to apply so much more moisture to like more, either like it was like lotion after, or just constantly feeling like I couldn't find the right lotion to use. Now with this hydration, I spray it on right after I get out of the shower, when I dry off, like towel dry, and then I put my lotion on. And I can go without having to worry about, even when I go out to the sun, I'm not coming back in and feeling like I got dried out from the sun, but I still put more on. So with that, that's it. We talked a little bit about this hydration. So, with you kind of testing and seeing, and, we should read some of the ingredients and just kind of share with them a little bit about how do you see this product addressing most of the common things with sun exposure?
So, well, with sun exposure, you're always going to be better off when you're coming to the sun in a healthier space, right? When your skin is more hydrated. Yeah. And if you happen to go into the sun and not have protection and good, healthy foundation, then you want to be able to hydrate, and you want to be able to give your skin a boost in recovery. Yeah. So this product has some very nourishing components to help prepare the skin for being in the sun, or to help prepare or help the skin recover from being in the sun. So things like aloe and cucumber, and I believe, is there chamomile? Yep. So very soothing, very calming. And the very first ingredient being distilled water, which is, again, very meaningful to have great hydration in your skin throughout your body. Good. And the ease of applying
I know the way you just spray it on, right? Yeah. It's amazing. So with the hormones, so everybody nowadays is very in tune and aware of like hormonal imbalance. So with the increasing awareness of hormone imbalance, right, that we have, and everyone is very aware of how does that affect our skin with all the hormonal disruptors as well, in this world that we have in this industry, how does this product, this hydration product, really add in to our existing products with the SomaTech and how it all aligns? How do you see that playing a great role in the hormonal imbalance?
So hormone disruptors can be presented in our environment in a variety of ways, right? And whether it be the sun and that damage that can happen from the sun. But what we're going to find in all things is that the healthier that the cell is, the healthier that the tissues are, the healthier that everything is, the organ. Yeah. And so by supporting nutrition to the skin, hydration to the skin, and these calming components, like I said, aloe and the chamomile and cucumber, soothing, cooling, balancing, are going to be meaningful for helping the skin to be resilient.
That's amazing. So you also feel that by applying this hydration product, it also will help with the premature, right, of skin aging as well, right?
Yeah, it's all just being supportive of the healthiest tissue, right?
Right. Okay, awesome. So this product we don't have out yet. It's coming. It's the last but not least. It's amazing. And it's funny is I actually was so excited about the Lift for the longest time when Alexi formulated it. So he told me about all the different things that it does with the vitamin D synthesis in it, the fine lines and wrinkles over time, obviously the sun protection, the collagen stimulation and breakdown, all these other things that it does to help you. I just got so excited about it. I was like, why are we not talking more about this product? I think this is going to be an amazing hit because it's something that we all are looking for, not only just being in this industry that we're in the life that I've been in. I see that there's nothing else like this, but people out there looking just for cosmetics, personal care, routines. This is something that they're going to be looking for. So, with all these multifaceted approaches, how do you see that this is addressing and evolving in the concerns that we have with just skincare, with just that kind of stuff?
So the attention to the vitamin D piece, I'll just start with that.
Yeah, let's go there.
Because that is very exciting. A lot of people say just what you had said earlier, which is we all need SPF, we all need sun protection. But for years, actually, I have been a little bit back and forth with that because we need vitamin D. And so to combine the two, to offer protection from the sun, as well as to support vitamin D production with the vitamin D precursor that is part of this formulation, is really great and very important. Our skin is our largest organ, and making sure that we have attention to something that is such a beautiful part of supporting our immune system. And I mean, there are many functions for vitamin D, but that's a beautiful and very thoughtful addition. And the component of the Hapa 5 is really great too, because we're mimicking something that is happening in nature to enable better absorption of the product. And then the collagen piece.
Yes.
Collagen is huge. That's something that I talk about and that I support the building of every day. And this is a product that not only helps support collagen production, but it helps prevent the breakdown of collagen. And so one of the things that I am often explaining about what I do, because again, at the beginning, I mentioned a little bit about what I do, but everything that I do in my clinical practice is vitality supporting aesthetics. So I don't actually do Botox and traditional fillers. I'm putting more vitality into all of the tissues that I treat. And one of the things that I explain in that is that typically, you know, if you have a wrinkle, it's not so much that you don't want your face to move, you just don't want that visible sign, right? That sign that we're getting older. And why is that wrinkle there? Because babies are moving their faces, right? But they don't have wrinkles. And the reason is that they have sufficient collagen and hydration in their skin. So this is a beautiful thing that is just meaningful for everyone who is looking for great personal care and wants to be mindful of their skin and wants to grow older gracefully.
Exactly. And it's reef-friendly as well, which, you know, everyone is very concerned about the environment these days and always looking for the best products to be using out and about. So this alone is also reef-friendly. So, you know, how do you see that appealing to the market, right?
Oh, who doesn't want to be environmentally friendly, right? We're all moving in that direction more and more as time goes on. And that's great.
So something that I also love about the shield here is, you know, I was just using it and I didn't really know the in-depth of what came with it, you know, until recently. So I had just been applying it. And I love the fact that it also kind of acts a little bit like a primer for your skin. So, you know, you're again, like here we go. So if I'm going to ask me like how to use the lift and the shield together, I do the lift first. Okay, then the shield, and then I put my makeup on. So, and it doesn't feel oily. It feels like almost like when I put it on, it feels like it's about to be oily, but it's not at all. That's the hydration. That's the deep hydration. And my skin always needs that. I wish that I had known about this stuff years ago. I wish I had known you years ago to really just help me understand why we need to have great hydration, why we need to be, you know, protecting our skin from the sun. So, you know, I love this product because it also creates kind of almost like a primer for your face. And then your makeup just kind of goes on like a lot more smoother as well. And it doesn't leave it oily. It doesn't feel like your makeup's falling off, you know, halfway through the day because you have sunscreen on your face. So that's one of my favorite, you know, parts of it as well. So, you know, we discussed about the vitamin D synthesis and all that and the full exposure of the harmful, you know, UV rays. So that's amazing. That's probably one of the reasons why, you know, you love the product, right? So let's talk about which do you, out of all of these three, products, which one do you anticipate being one of the most significant ones that will impact the personal care, you know, routines of people?
Wow. That's a hard question because they're all so unique.
Yeah.
And they all have a great impact.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could pick a favorite, honestly. The piece that I spoke about with the vitamin D and the helping building of collagen and helping prevent the breakdown of collagen, that's huge.
Yeah.
That can't be understated. And then the component of just regular use for hydration and calming and soothing the skin, that also can't be understated.
Yeah.
And who doesn't want a lift, right?
Right.
So that's what most people are coming to me on a daily basis for.
Yeah.
And I would be encouraging them to think more in terms of hydrating their skin well and being mindful of collagen and building that up. So to pick a favorite would be very hard. What's your favorite?
Well, obviously the lift is great. You know, it helps with the immediate results. But I honestly, when talking to you and talking to other people that are really understanding skin, that shield prevents. Not only does it give, but also prevents a lot. Like, I don't want to just prevent something. I don't want to just pause. I want to also like give back to my skin. So I feel like the shield, but I mean, again, like I can't put any number on which one's better than the other, but you get men and women coming into your clinic, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we were talking to you and I wanted to ask you, how would these distributors, these customers, the people that are sharing about these products, how would you share these products in your clinic? If a man walks up to you like, I'm not putting that lift on my face, how would you help them understand and explain this is why it's great for you to use? Like, how would you help a man, learn how to use these products as well? That they're not just for women.
Yeah, no, they're not just for women. And that's one of the things that I love about it. I know that a lot of women will be buying these products, but I also think that a lot of people are surprised to find out that my clinic is almost 50-50, male and female. Yeah. So everyone wants to feel good. Everyone wants to look good. Everybody wants to feel good about the way that they look and the way that they're presenting themselves in the world. And these things are just very accessible, and it's not something that makes anyone look overdone. It just makes you look healthy, right? And then it addresses healthy components of your skin. So as I'm talking to clients, male and female, I'm discussing things like what is their baseline and where do they want to go and how long it might take us to get there. And in doing various procedures, working with the body and its ability to rebuild collagen, and that takes some time. So for example, the lift can give you that immediate gratification while you're waiting for some other things to happen. Whether you're changing your diet, doing better with your hydration, improving your exercise, all of those things, in addition to procedures, all of those things make for a beautiful result in the aesthetic realm. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I have people coming to me for advice, so it's not so difficult for me to talk someone into doing something, because they're already coming from a place of wanting some guidance and direction. But for anyone who is wanting to encourage their man to get on board and to, I would just have them sample it, just like you said. I would have them put it on and, maybe do a little vector and fan it off, see, and maybe just do half the face and see how that looks. And again, man or woman, everyone wants to look good. Right. So I don't think that anyone would experience
They always have something
product
that they also feel like not confident about. Like, believe it or not, men, like, I know a lot of men that don't like the puffiness under their eyes. Like, they're sagging, like, kind of, bags.
Yeah.
They really don't feel confident about it, but they won't tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, well, and that's a huge part of my message professionally, is that it's totally okay to want to look your best. So yeah.
So it's literally this Untypical newest products, along with our other products as well, is really normalizing personal care for men. And I love where we're going with that. I love the fact that it comes also in these bottles too, because hey, listen, anyone can spray it on. It's not like you're sitting there rubbing it on your face. You're not doing a mani or pedicure. You're just literally just putting stuff on like a normal, like people spray stuff, lotion, right? Skin, sunscreen on their bodies all the time. Why can't you spray yourself with some hydration, right? Yeah. So that's how I personally also would go after talking about men and female with this. But with all that said, where do you, with all of this going on and the way that people are looking for personal care, we talked about the hormone imbalance. We talked about people looking for better products for the environment, all this kind of stuff. Where do you see New You Life's products? How do you foresee it really changing this industry with where it's going?
Well, it has changed the industry. I'm not aware of another product that is so thoughtful in the realm of being a skin protectant as well as a supporter of vitamin D synthesis. And that's huge, just that piece. But we don't just have that piece. We have a few other pieces, which are all meaningful. So the fine lines and wrinkles, the hydration, the collagen building, preventing the collagen breakdown. All of those together make for quite a powerful list of bullet points for one product.
Do you see any upcoming things to be like looking for that could be challenging to like where we're going with the need or the trend or things like that? You know, being in the skin industry, do you see things that are evolving and rising up that we should be, aware of?
Well, everybody is paying more and more attention to how they're looking. Everybody, I mean, the word biohacking and all of these things, they're all coming up to be more prevalent concepts. And I would say the only challenge would be that there's so many people competing for attention. We have social media. We have a lot of different sources of product and product information. And not all of the product information might be accurate or science-based. So the method of sharing information about New You Life person to person is huge, because you get to explain what the technology is. And that will be very beneficial for having the consumer understand how unique the product is.
And the products really are unique. So, lastly, before we wrap up here, sharing about these products today, and I'm just sitting here thinking about it, we really do have really unique products. And it's not just, okay, I'm going to use this line that we have at New Life or just this product. It really does, bring it all together. You need, it's mind, body, and spirit, how we always talk about, right? So same thing with these products. Alexi has formulated these products with so much intent in it. It's not just about, okay, here's some sunscreen. It's what can I do to better your skin, and your youthfulness while you're protecting your skin. Same thing with how can I help you with your hormone, imbalance. Not just your imbalance, but how can I also help you go through the aging gracefully? It's all these different things that he does and shares, with you guys on a normal basis on how each product doesn't help with one situation. It evolves into your whole mind, body, and spirit. And I believe that that's why we have such amazing products here and why we're going really to the moon and like more with this, because it's attracting a lot of people like you too, with just the different skincare routines that we have in our lines. We have personal care, hormone imbalance, and how it's helping people around the world in really what we're doing. So lastly, I wanted to say, like, what kind of advice would you have to offer to help us successfully grow and stay successful, in this industry that's helping skin and just hormonal balance to the skin? I used to break out all the time, and I never knew it was like could have been my hormonal imbalance until I really started paying attention to my hormones. And it's skin really tells you, where you're at with that. So how could you give some, lasting words that just really that would help us to continue down this path to success and growth, with our hormone imbalance, issues as we go through life, through looking for the best products out there, with the SomaTech, with the hydration, with everything involved, what we just talked about today. What is some lasting words that you can share?
So just being well educated on your own wellness is huge. And if you're well educated on your own wellness, you'll find that there's so many pearls right here in front of you. And it's easy to then see that there's true thoughtfulness and passion behind the creation of these products and the formulation of these products. And to really feel empowered that the things that you're doing on a routine basis at home to take care of yourself and to take care of your family, to take care of your largest organ, your skin, those are all very meaningful things. And your regular maintenance of those things is very important to your overall wellness.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Batcheller, for doing this with me. It was such a pleasure having you here.
Wonderful to be with you.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for listening to The Pulse. We'll see you next time.
Thanks so much for tuning into this episode of the New You Life Pulse podcast. If you're enjoying the show, please feel free to rate, subscribe, and leave a review wherever you listen to your podcasts. Also, for more information, please visit our website, newyoulife.com. Thanks again for listening, and we'll catch you in the next episode of the New You Life Pulse podcast.